flag stand, getting ready to take the start as they're lined up in nice rows. And there is the green as we head off towards turns 1 and 2. Going to be a nice line crest up into the first braking zone.
Make sure that everything is comfortable underneath you in these cars as you have that double file start, and now you see everybody has kind of narrowed it down to single file on the racing line. I would say the first third of this track is incredibly tricky on these opening laps with how many blind overcrest opportunities here present themselves throughout sector number 1. Actually just had a car off in between turn 3 and 3A, rejoined very nicely.
So they'll head down the hill towards 4 and 5 now. Kyle Collins currently leading with Geoff Brabham following in behind. There is a legendary name. Geoff getting to drive some of his dad's machinery from back in the olden days as we head onto the drag strip now. Again, this is all to try and set the grid, so positioning is going to be important. You will see these cars trying to go at it and overtake one another out on the circuit. This one of the better spots to try and make those overtakes. This is into turn 7, and then it's back through the S's of turn 8. As it looks like Kyle still our leader currently up at the front on this first lap. It's Rodney Brabinski currently running in 3rd with Martin Lauber in 4th and Art Hebert rounding out your top 5 as we get ready to complete lap 1.
Come on down here to the turn 11 hairpin. Ooh, we're going to go side by side, a braking duel on the first lap, and we do have a lead change up front. I believe that's going to be the 83 going to the point right now with Geoff Brabham driving.
So around turn 1 once again, already have a change of position. Brabinski stays in 3rd. They're here seeing that the 299 car might have a bit of a penalty here. That might be from another session. Not seeing the 299 in this group right now. But they're back over 3 and 3A, staying pretty close together, which is great to see, Joey. That's always one of the things when you have these vintage races is you get all different eras of cars. So there might be a little bit of spread on speeds.
Yeah, the speed differential might be there, but one thing is for sure that the drivers inside these cars have been pushing the limits all weekend long. You even see it here going down through the carousel. There's Kyle Collins trying to get to the inside of Geoff Brabham, and he's a little bit of that slipstream. It's going to be yet another braking duel, this time at the far end. Ooh, a little bit of a lockup there from Kyle. Still gets the car slowed down.
Wow, they are not taking this lightly. That is fantastic. But Geoff Brabham is going to hold them off for now. But look at how this has backed them up because Brabinski is now quite close. That's going to bring Lauber in as well. Top 4 practically nose to tail. In fact, I think 3rd might see a change of position as Brabinski coming down through turn 9 into 10. Looks a little bit under threat. Let's see if we get a move down into 11 again.
It seems like the two ends of the racetrack, the hairpins, are exactly where these drivers are trying to make these moves. And once again, the number 9 car of Kyle Collins was poking the nose down to the inside, presenting the car into that rear view mirror of Geoff Brabham. But Geoff is saying, you know what? I'm plenty confident on the brakes. I can take it that much further.
I was going to say the experience that Geoff Brabham has certainly should make him feel confident. But what a joy this has got to be for Kyle Collins, getting to race against a legend such as that 83 driver. But up and over to once again and towards the climb at the top of the hill. He's staying right on him. He's not going to have any opportunities here, Joey, but he's keeping him in touch.
It really has been the drag strip braking zone that they've been using as those passing opportunities. So I think you're going to see Kyle kind of tuck into line down the carousel. Now, I say that in the previous lap, he was trying to get down to the inside, but maybe just a little bit of a larger gap going into the carousel. No, I take that back. Almost a deja vu from last lap. Kyle right on the back of Brabham.
Let's see if he's got enough to go for it again. Last time he felt ambitious. He tried to outbrake him, but locked up the left fronts. No such disaster this time. And we'll just back in behind him. Now they've kind of split off into 2 pairs currently. Collins and Brabham, Brabinski and Lauber racing against one another. They've dropped 3rd and 4th.
An excellent run, just able to carry a little bit of momentum there. The number 9 car. And Joe, you were kind of talking about the speed differential, right? These are different cars made in different years. And what I'm seeing is actually the number 9 car the side there. You see the brake markers on the left side for the drivers. You got to concentrate on those to take it as deep as you possibly can. Oh, that was using up all of the width on the exit down there at turn number 7.
Back and forth, they'll once again go here through the S's. They stay in position. That's Grabinski in the red number 4 out there on track. Behind him, the blue number 36, giving chase as they head towards the braking of turn 10. Looks like he's got a good shot at it. He's going to look down to the inside as Grabinski does not cover. He feels confident. He cuts down to the apex and he will hold that 3rd position.
Excellent fights here throughout the entire top 3, call it top 4 positions, and they really have run away pretty significantly from everybody else. I can report that Art Herbert is hanging out inside the top 5 in the number 19 car as well.
And ever since Kyle Collins managed to get ahead of Brabham, he has taken off. So he clearly was the quicker of the two over a lap. He's got about 1.3 seconds over the 83 at this stage. Meanwhile, this battle rages on for P3 out on the circuit down through turn 4 once again. Stays right on the gearbox of that red number 4, Grabinski, looking like he does not feel too concerned. We haven't seen him make many moves to try and defend.
Seems confident, right? He's confident in the performance of the car, and as long as he sticks onto the racing line and hits his marks, it certainly seems like that red number 4 is able to at least hold off Lauber at kind of a stiff arm distance. Now this is going to start to get a little bit interesting. I had mentioned the top 4 really run away from the rest of the pack. That means we're going to be approaching some slower cars, some lap traffic potentially.
Indeed, and that may have been Lashaway that they possibly just gotten by. And now it causes the 3rd and 4th battle to have to work their way around. Looks like they've already gotten passed off screen right now. So that has caused temporary complications. Of course, the lap car is a nice breather until we get to those behind, because it is a pretty darn big gap to those down the way. Meanwhile, we take a look once again at 3rd and 4th as they will complete another lap. And a look to the inside from the 36 down across the line. He's going to be on the inside of turn 1, but that's the outside of turn 2, Joey.
Yeah, Grabinski left the door open on the front straightaway. Now he's trying to keep the nose in. However, Martin Lauber was able to carry that momentum up the hill and overtake for what is 3rd place overall. And now we're going to see if it's going to be a little bit of a similar story from what we saw up front when Kyle Collins finally made that pass on Geoff Brabham. And now this number 36 car run away.
So we've got about 7 minutes left in this qualifying race before we will call it, and the grid will be set for the next race later on this weekend. Nice move by that 36 of Lauber to get himself into the top 3. We'll have lots of action here this weekend, including, if you're a fan of Formula 1, Yuki Tsunoda is here, and he's got a meet and greet that starts at 11 a.m. Line is forming now at the autograph station by the racing car paddocks. So